All right, everybody, welcome back to J Solo Arts. In this video, we're going to continue with our Citadel Contrast color series with the color Bassilicanum Grey on the Star Wars Legion miniature Bossk. Let's get painting. Alright guys, welcome back to J Solo Arts. We are about to dive into another Citadel color contrast paint experiment with the color Bassilicanum Grey on our miniature Bossk here with our Citadel base brush, small size. You can see there. Alright. Today we're just going to be working on Bossk's weaponry. Gun, his grenade, a little bit of his flight suit, a little bit back here, a little bit on the sleeves. So it should be somewhat of a quick video. We're just going to do a few touches of color on this miniature and continue the Citadel Contrast color series. So let's set him down. Let's get our paint. Give it a good shake. Definitely want to shake this contrast paint up as best you can to get all the pigment. Sometimes will collect around the bottom there. You want to make sure you get that all mixed up and distributed through your paint pot. So continuing to shake that, going with our little trick here of the blue tack on the rim of the bottom of the pot, setting it down and sticking it to your board so you don't accidentally knock that over, because that happens more than you would want to know. Okay, so there's our mini. Let's get zoomed in here. All right, get him in the frame. All right, Bossk, looking good, buddy. Get a little water on our brush just to loosen the bristles a little bit. And let's get those weapons painted. See, I like the Bassilicanum Grey for this more so than the Black Templar, because it still leaves you a little room to do some work. If you want to darken it, if you want to highlight it. The Black Templar is kind of just black paint. There's a little bit of highlights that show through, but it's very dark, very black. I like this one for weapons because it gives you a little bit more room to go up or down if you want to continue your highlighting process or shading process. So let's get that on the stock, on the handle. So you can see that that's pretty dark. There. Hope everybody is staying safe. I was just watching, as I love to do every Sunday, or at least every other Sunday, on Tabletop Minions. Uncle Adam does his shows. Today he released a video where he interviewed Vince Venturella. These are two of my favorite guys to watch on YouTube about hobbying and tabletop wargaming. Two of my favorite content creators. But Adam's weekly show this week, the one that came out on Friday, he spoke about how right now is a good time, if you're a hobbyist, to get some of that gray plastic painted. He's absolutely right. Things are a little rough right now, but it's a good time for those of us in our hobby to get some backlog done, to get some stuff we've been sitting on, maybe not having the time or the motivation to get them done. Now is a very good time to tackle those projects. Either one waiting to start, maybe ones that are sitting in some form of completion on your hobby bench. And he also talked about how it's a good time to, visit content creators on YouTube and see what they're up to. And I thought, well, let's get a video out then. Something to help give some information on these paints. Let's get him in the frame there. And how they can, if you are someone who doesn't love painting but want to have good looking models on the table, these contrast colors can be your best friend, because they can really help you get some stuff out there quickly and nicely looking. They do a couple of steps. I've said it over and over. They knock out a couple of steps with one application. Kind of see how the highlights, the raised areas pop through, and the shaded areas sink into the shade there. It's sink into the recessed areas. These paints are great for that. All right, get his sleeves tackled there. A couple more touches under there. All right, taking a look at that. Looks pretty good. Now let's get that little spot there under his collar, because that is black on his suit. And let's get a little less paint on the brush there to try to get that in there. There we go. Gently, gently. There's a spot like that where you went a little outside the lines where you want to be. I just come back through with a clean, moistened brush and just clean that up just like that. Just remove that paint as easily as you put it on. So make sure you keep a clean brush though, because as soon as you get some of that paint on there from the area that you don't want it to be, then you can smear it around if you're not careful. So keep cleaning that brush, avoiding that brush, and cleaning up that little spot. Just like that. Looking pretty clean. Not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, let's give that model a little quick look over. Let's see if there's any spots we missed. Not too bad. This model just... There's a lot of great models out there that lend themselves to the contrast paints, but this one, I just think with the scales, with all the folds in his flight suit, they're just the colors and that match this thing beautifully, and this model just lends itself beautifully to these contrast paints. It's just one of the best models I've ever painted for this particular paint series. I mean, it's you can get great results with little time and little effort on this model. All right, I think looking at the reference images, his sleeves here need a little bit of black color, a little darker color. So we'll get back in here with our gray, Bassilicanum Grey, and we're going to go around these areas. there's a spot where both of those colors meet each other, so we can just kind of hit both of them at the same time. Alright. Well, alright. We have reached the 10-minute mark in the video, which is kind of where I like to keep my videos. And we have gotten some good color on this model. I think we have taken the next step in getting Bossk to the spot where we are aiming. And again, I want to thank you guys for joining us. Please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow us on Instagram and on Facebook at JSoloArts. Instagram, it's a lowercase j. Facebook, it's a capital J. It's JAYSOLOARTS. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. Stay safe out there and have a great day.